Hello, Sammi and Kelsey. It is September 1st, and it is my Saturday to say hello and give you a little bit of fun information. So today I'm going to tell you how to make poor man's Chinese. It is incredibly easy and incredibly delicious and incredibly cheap. All you need is 2 packages of ramen noodles and like half a pound of ground beef. And now mind you, this will feed 2 people, so you can split it in half if you're just making it for yourself. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to make the ramen noodles either on the stove or in the microwave, however you prefer. Kelsey Beans, you're going to have to do the microwave because I don't think you have a stove. Sorry. But so get that ready. You're going to do 1 package of the seasoning with the noodles, and 1 package of seasoning you're going to set aside to cook with the ground beef as seasoning, with your salt and whatever else you want to stick in there. So I usually prefer to like cook the soup first and then drain it out, like almost all of it, and put in the seasoning and then let it like soak it all up so they're nice and juicy and flavorful. But if you're in a hurry, you can just cook it with this stuff in the water. It's not a big deal because there's going to be the flavoring on the meat. So yeah, so then you cook the meat. If it's, I'm thinking Kelsey, you might have to like steal a hamburger or two from the food hall and bring it home and just like break it up. It'd work, right? Once the noodles are done and the beef is done, then you mix them together in the pan. Obviously, drain any leftover water out of the noodles and mix it all up. Fry it up a little bit, and you're good. Kelsey, because you don't have a pan, you just have to like mix it in. But I think it'll work for you too. I really will. You'll have to try it out and let me know. But that is how you make poor man's Chinese. And I promise you, it is probably one of the most delicious ramen noodle meals you'll ever have. You can make spaghetti with it too, but that's not really helpful for you guys because you don't like the sauce in spaghetti. So it would really just be ramen with butter, which, hey, that might be good. All right, fun facts about ramen noodles. Ramen noodles were invented in 1958 in Japan, and they were first released as a luxury item. They were actually 6 times more expensive than the regular homemade noodles at the market because they were instant. And obviously, now over here, they're like 13 cents a pack. They actually came over in 1972 to America, and there are now over 720 varieties and flavors with all the different knockoffs and flavors they have. Because it is so cheap, you can actually live off of ramen noodles for $142.65 a year. That is going at 13 cents a ramen packet, 3 times a day for 365 days. And that's actually 3% of how much the average American spends on their food bill a year, which is 6,372 approximately. Japan actually voted the instant ramen noodles as its #1 most important invention of the 20th century. Over all of their technology and everything else, that was what they voted the #1. If you took all of the noodles and laid them out side by side, it would measure out to 51 meters of noodles per packet. That would cover the length of 2 tennis courts. I found this nifty little chart that shows you the comparisons of ramen noodles to fast food, and it only shows the calories and fat, so obviously it doesn't include the ever terrible sodium content, but it's kind of interesting. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the fun facts about ramen noodles, and I really do hope you try to cook poor man's Chinese because I'm telling you, it's delicious. So until next time, don't forget to be awesome.